So we're coming to our final presentation of the day with Professor Kyungbin Park. She is an honorary professor at Gachon University, Korea. She serves as the senior advisor of the Center for Science Gifted of Gachon Center. She is also the director for Sophia Odyssey Institute. She has worked to implement the law for gifted education in Korea, that's incredible, and is a member of the advisory committees to several national organizations in Korea on gifted education. Her main interest areas are in creativity, intelligence, socio-emotional development, and gifted education in early childhood. She was elected as the president of the Asia-Pacific Federation for the terms 2012 to 2014 and 2016 to 2018. She has also served as the president for the Korean Society for the Gifted, and we're really proud to have her here with us today. Thank you, Professor.
Let's see how I can manage the time. I try my best. First of all, I want to congratulate Saudi Arabia for hosting our next Asia Pacific Conference. I have to tell you that there was some strong competition from other countries, but we felt that Saudi Arabia was ready, and personally, I was very enthusiastic to come to Saudi Arabia, visit your country, and I'm glad that we decided that Saudi Arabia will host the next conference because, because before even visiting, we could feel the preparedness and your eagerness to have the world come into your country, and your staff has been wonderful preparing for everything. And I want to thank President, let me see if I can get this right, okay? William Tunsi, yes, for his warm hospitality. He's been spending time with us since yesterday, his precious time. I know that you are very busy. And he took us around both campuses, and I noticed that even when we opened the doors during lectures, not one of the students frowned. You're all so friendly and welcoming. Yes. So I really look forward to the main conference. If your pre-conference visit is this successful, I know that your main conference will be the best. I also want to thank Chairman Adele Batterjee, yes, for your insightful presentation. I could see what a true educator you are, caring for the students and trying to get the best programs out of your schools. So, and I could see that there are some parallels all throughout the world in our country, respective countries. We have the same problems, and we have the same joys and sorrows in gifted education. So, okay, I want to thank my colleagues as well. So, let's go on. Gifted education in Korea. Okay. This is a brief history of gifted education in Korea. We have a long history of trying to cater to the able students, but probably in the private sector rather than the public sector, because the public sector, they have more responsibility and they have lots of people to care for. So it was going on in the private sector, but in the year 2000, we passed the Gifted Education Promotion Act. So since then, we have the budget, we have the legitimacy to do gifted education in our schools. So as an example, I tried to open a gifted a class on gifted education in my university. But even my colleagues didn't want it. They said it's not legitimate. It's not formal education. It's something you do privately when parents want to push their children. So I had to wait so many years. But after this act was passed, I could put in my class for gifted education. Also, we have a national center for gifted education where they disseminate information, programs, stuff on gifted education so teachers can get access to all the information. I want to point out that we started the comprehensive plan for gifted education 1 starting in 2003. We have 5 years comprehensive plans every 5 years. So this is now the 5th year. The first 5 years, we concentrated on establishing gifted education throughout the nation. Second year, the numbers, to increase numbers, classes, teachers. Third year, teacher education. Not the third year, the third plan. I'm just talking about the main focus. Of course, we did other things. And then for the 4th time, it's content and quality. So now we're looking into the quality. First, we were very eager to just start out. And then right now, the 5th plan is to stabilize and looking into other areas like emotional, arts, other stuff. This is just a brief diagram of how our education system is made up. First, we have the the law for gifted education, and then we have gifted classes in the elementary school levels and gifted education centers for high school levels, junior high school levels. And then for high school, we have gifted schools in science, gifted high schools, foreign language, arts. So we have different areas, not very many, but we do have. And then we have our university level, but I'm hesitant to say that we have gifted classes. In the university, you get to pick your own majors and how you go. So one thing I want to point out is during the middle school, we don't have gifted classes during the daytime. So we have curricular, the common curriculum, and then after classes, after school, if you're selected as a gifted student, you go to gifted classes after school or in the weekends. Okay, this in 2024, so last year, this is the latest numbers. We have more elementary school students and all that. You have my slides, so anyone who's interested, you can see the specific numbers. But I just want to point out that you can see the numbers are going down. It's instead of increasing, it's decreasing. Another interesting is this graph. It shows the institutions or classes that offer gifted education. And also you see it's decreasing. Okay? Here you see the total number of students, and there's official. So students who go to gifted classes, the official number, the privately there's much more, but this is just official. So it's 1.27% of students are considered go to gifted classes. Among those selected as gifted, there's 7.5% underprivileged students. So we do care for our underprivileged students. And these are specific numbers. I just want you to see the trend. As I said, the numbers are decreasing as the years go by. Okay? Number of students in gifted education and number of students in gifted education by schools, even elementary school level, middle school level, high school level, they are all decreasing. So, why do you think that is? Funding? See, you're very knowledgeable. Yes, funding. We'll talk more about that later. Another trend is this is the percentage of classes or subjects offered. As you can see, majority of the classes are offered in math, science, or math, science, invention, IC. So we focus on math, science mainly, and as Varun said, arts or language or others are very minor, as you can see from that chart. Sorry. Okay. So as I asked, I was interested in teacher education because teachers teach the students, and as all my colleagues mentioned, the teacher education is a big part of gifted education. So in Korea, we have professional development programs, 3 steps. There's basic training, and then enrichment and expert class training. For the basic training, teachers have to take 60 hours. So this would be during the vacation when they have their free time, and for teachers who are interested to teach gifted classes. So after you take these 60 hours, you are qualified to teach gifted students after class. Okay? So it's basically, the basic course is just understanding gifted education, gifted students, how to identify them, and to be able to use the programs that are offered. For the second level, it's more advanced. Another 60 hours teachers have to take. And the contents would be like this. So they would be able to develop their own gifted programs. And then for the expert level, this is 30 to 120 hours, depending on the subject matter. This would be for professional development, so they can either go to graduate school or this is offered. Before COVID, teachers, universities organized, seminars like this, so teachers could come and get their education. But after COVID, it's switched to online, so it's much easier for teachers to get their education. They can do it anytime, not during vacation or weekends. All right. Now, so why are gifted programs or gifted students or number of students offered gifted education decreasing? You said funding, that's true, yes. Can you think of any other reasons?
How you consider gifted student actually? I do believe that students, if you take example of one student, he could be gifted in math, for example, but he is not good in science. Okay, so but when we consider or when we evaluate the student if he is gifted or not, we usually evaluate him according to to his performance actually in all subjects together, so we can consider him he is a gifted student or not. But I do believe that gifted can be in one subject other than other. If we treat them this way, we will find that gifted students will be more than those who are not gifted actually. And I do believe that every student he is gifted in a way or other.
That's a very good point. But it's going to take us down a different lane. Would you prefer talking about that rather than this? Yeah.
No.
Well, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. I believe that a student can be gifted in one area. You can't be gifted in all the areas, right? But administrators want the picture to be pretty, so they want the top 1% or 3% by academic ability, right? So you have to be good in math, arts, language, everything. But no, you can't. You can't. That's right. That's right. So they take care of their grades. So you can see more girls being picked in gifted school. You understand? Boys, when they like something, they just do it, but they don't take care of the other subjects. Whereas girls are more cautious and they take care of their grade levels. So there are more girls being selected for gifted classes. That's true. We can talk about that a little bit later after I run through this, okay? So why are gifted programs decreasing? You might have different reasons for different countries, but in my country, this is also my opinion Okay, you see this picture, right? There are lots of people, very, very concentrated, very, very focused. What do you think this is? Exam. They're taking an exam. Yeah? They're very focused, right? This is a picture of parents getting information on college entrance exams for their children. So it's not the children themselves. They're here trying to get as much information on university entrance exams so that they can coach their children to go which way or to go to which university. So the university entrance exam in Korea, it takes out everything concerning education because all the parents want their children to go to prestigious universities, no matter the subject. If you can go to language, I'm not about language, but if you can go to a language major in some A university, which is really good, top university, and you can go to a medical school in some other, they will still try to go to the, do you see what I mean? So regardless of the child's talents, it's the labeling that matters. Well, it's decreasing a little bit, but still. And one of the reasons is also funding, but in Korea, because gifted education, they used to let our entrance exam, it was additional point when in the height. If you had gifted education, if you received gifted education, you receive more points to go to a prestigious university. But then afterwards, because all the parents sent their children to private, you know what 학원 is, private academies to get higher grades, to go to gifted programs, to get higher rankings, to go to good university. it took up a lot of energy and money from the parents. It was a very social problem, so the government banned any mention of gifted programs, and they didn't give out any points, extra points. And so after that, yeah, because if you don't get extra points, then you'd rather go somewhere where you can get more training to take the entrance exam. That's one of the reasons. Also, another one would be political and social climate. I mentioned that parents' eagerness for have their offspring to go to prestige, good university, or be accomplished is very, very high in Korea. I'm sure you're the same. And Korea, we have votes, right? The political party you have to be voted to become, and how shall I say it? If my child cannot be gifted, I don't want my money to be used for other. Yeah, that's right. So the politicians are looking for more ballots, right? So that's one of the problems, I think. But it's getting better now, I hope. Okay, so this, I will leave it here because I'm running out of time. But what could be one possible solution? And I thought that partnership with government and private sector would work well. For instance, this is one example in Korea that I think is being very successful. It's KAIST Science Outreach Program, and it was awarded from last year by Asia Pacific, our society, as a very good example. So what I want to say is, it was initially funded by a private person. Some private person gave money to do a good program. And since they did such a good program, the government decided to promote it, and it's been going on for 10 years. So we can't just wait for the government to do everything for us, but we have to show them this is possible, and then the government can come with us. So I have the other information here. I'm out of time. And let me see. Okay. Shukran. Shukran. Yes. And just one more point. You can read this 감사합니다. 감사합니다 is thank you in Korean. 감사합니다. Shukran. Thank you.